Hey friends, Mike and Jess here.
And welcome to Regeneration Nation TV. Today, we are going to meet Karl Pilkington. I'm very excited about this.
Oh man, wow, I got caught up there. Went to go speak and my throat's like, no, no you're not. Yeah, okay, so we got to meet him a little bit and the Learn English with Ricky Gervais. Hilarious.
So funny.
So freaking funny. So if you haven't seen that reaction, we'll include a link down in the pinned comment. Go check it out. But yeah, I'm excited for this.
Yeah, me too.
We've got a lot of reactions for different things starring Karl. And I figured, like, out of all of them, this one popped up. And I'm like, we should probably do this first.
Smart.
But we have much more to come. Yeah, we got links for everything down below. Let's get into this.
Let's do it. This is super old.
Yeah, what is this audio, man?
Hi. Thanks for buying my DVD Politics. As a little extra, I thought you could meet a friend of mine. I talk about him in the show, Karl Pilkington. I thought it would be nice for you to get to know him a little bit better. So please meet Karl Pilkington.
Alright.
Alright?
Alright.
Good, yeah. Look at his little roundy, baldy, manky head. Right, Karl, a lot of subjects we touch on in the stand-up and in politics in general. Things like race, disability, sexuality, law and order, crime and punishment, and I want to go through those with you and find out your views on those subjects and thereby the general public getting to know you better. So let's go for it, shall we? Okay, start.
Okay, this is very bad quality. Like, especially the audio wise, but all I wanted after that last video was more of these two together.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
Like,
so I'm happy about this.
I'll put up with it.
Yeah.
I'll put up with it all day long. I don't care.
Know you better. So let's go for it, shall we? Okay, start off with race, a big political issue. Race. What do you think about race?
We're just all the same, aren't we, at the end of the day?
Good. Yeah.
I mean, some of us age better than others.
Yeah. What do you mean?
That's true.
Chinese.
Well, what do you mean? They age better than us.
No, they age worse than us.
What's that based on?
Just when you see them.
Yeah, but are you doing how old they are?
No, but you never see a sort of a 35-year-old one.
What does that mean? What do you mean you don't see a 35-year-old
pause
one?
really quick,
Right,
because I would really like to know the background on Karl and Chinese people, because he's always bringing up the Chinese. I don't understand
I think we're
it.
going to have to watch Idiot Abroad for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but instantly back to Chinese. I don't understand it. I do not get it, but we will, I'm sure.
We will learn.
What does that mean? What do you mean you don't see a 35-year-old one?
Right, we're in London, yeah?
Yeah.
It's a Chinatown.
Yeah.
So I walk through there a lot, right? And they just always look old.
Yeah, but they might be old.
No, they're not.
Yeah, wait, not. Wait. You can't say that,
Now
Karl.
you see some that are about probably about 30, right? And I'm not having a go, but normally when they're about 20, they're good looking.
Right.
You think they're all right?
Yeah.
See one who's 30, forget it. They just age overnight. It's like a pair.
Yeah, right.
What is this? Chinese people age very... Some of the oldest people... I think the oldest man in the world is Chinese, at 120.
Yeah, he says he's 120. It's probably about 40. Telling you. Fact. I mean, I'm not, like I say, I'm not having a go. I like them. Keep themselves to themselves and that. They're alright. But... So that's race, that's done.
So that's... Brilliant,
That's done. He said that's done.
I instantly think of Jackie Chan, dude. Jackie Chan looks great for his age.
Yeah.
I just saw him recently. I was like, what?
Yeah, I disagree with him. Like,
Dude, he could still kick my ass easily.
yeah.
Race.
Okay, dude.
We talk about disability in the show. What are your views on the disabled?
What sort of disabilities?
Well, what sort are there?
Well, as soon as you mention disabilities, I'm thinking Elephant Man, rather than just in a wheelchair.
Okay.
Because they get looked after, they get ramps and that, don't they? They're alright.
They're all right.
They're loving it. They love those ramps, don't they?
No, but
They can't get enough of those ramps. In and out of libraries like nobody's business.
There's different, I mean, you know that I'm into freaks and that.
What?
No, again, I'm not. You know, it seems like I'm just having a go all the time. But they fascinate me.
Like, what do you mean? What is a freak to you, then?
Something that you look at and you go, you know, you do a double take. Steve Merchant. Just odd stuff.
Right, okay. Like what, though?
When was it when they used to have sideshows and that, and they'd take them out, like the pinheads and all that? Nothing's changed, has it? You know what I mean? People still like to see a two-headed kid or whatever.
Who likes to see a two-headed? That's what you mean, isn't it? You like to see a two-headed kid? There's no such thing.
You're having a laugh.
No, there's not a two-headed kid. He's got that book. Is it true you carry this book round with you?
This is a book, right, of the 50 sort of weirdest things in the world.
50 weirdest?
It's a rundown, right? It's a rundown.
No
it's a
way.
chart.
And he just has
Right?
it.
Oh my god.
At number 50, don't know if you can get this. Two-headed fella. That's at number 50.
What?
So what's at number 1?
It's not two heads.
Of course it's two heads.
It's not two heads.
Can you see that or what?
Yeah.
Looks
What do you mean it's
like
not
two
two
to
heads?
me.
Well, it's not. It's not. I mean, it's weird. I'll give you. I mean, that's not a normal look. I will give you that. I mean, I don't think he could be sorted out with the salon. But it's not strictly two heads, is it? But anyway, if you like it, that's good. Then so that.
Right, well, that's at like number 50 and that. There's loads of stuff in it.
Just do you want to run through some of your favourite freaks with me?
Just got to watch it. It's getting a bit worn out. Some of my favourites, yeah.
Kind of a bit of work.
Normal lad, yeah. He looks normal there. Just a nice little head. Nice little haircut and that. Nice top, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that. 3 legs.
Okay, dude.
3-legged fella.
My goodness.
He's quite happy with it. The annoying thing is, right?
It's not even that this is like funny looking at people with disabilities like this. It's this, dude.
They're
Carl
back
is
and
so
forth.
Funny, man.
Yes.
Carl is so funny, and he doesn't laugh. He doesn't show his humor outwardly like Ricky does.
Yeah.
Ricky's laughing
Laughing,
loud.
yeah.
And I feel like Carl might be laughing inside, but he doesn't show it.
Yeah. He just telling a story.
He'll just a slight little crack of a smile, but that's like all you're gonna get from him.
3 legs.
Yeah.
You know what his job was?
Yeah.
3-legged juggler. What's the point of that?
What do you mean the point of it?
Well, he was his careers advisor there.
What should he have done?
Well, he's got 3 legs, isn't it? So any footballer, whatever, jogger.
It's Ricky's
You know what I mean?
laugh for me.
So you got that in there. He's at number 23.
Oh God.
There's loads of odd diseases. I mean, you were talking about like disabilities and that. Sometimes it's not a disability. Sometimes just people have got weird stuff. There's one there, right? Again, just normal family photo going on. Yeah, everyone's sort of stood around the piano with the little mate who's got that aging disease. I mean, it's not funny, is it? But look at him.
He said it's not
Sat around the
funny, is it?
piano,
And
singing
Ricky's
happy
just
birthday for the
dying
8th time that day. Right?
You can't see the picture really good because the low quality of the film, but it's like Benjamin Button type thing going on, where it's like he's a little kid, but he looks like an old man.
Yeah.
Have you seen that movie?
I have seen that movie with Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Just weird stuff like that. Weird, isn't it? It fascinates me. It's not having a go. It's just odd stuff. I like odd stuff. So is that classed as disabilities?
Well, I'd have thought so.
That's what I think of them then. I mean, what other famous sort of
That's disabilities.
freaks are they?
See, I don't think they even like being called freaks.
Yeah, they don't.
I think if you're born with an extra leg,
They don't.
and the midwife says, "Well done, Mr. and Mrs. Chalmers. You've given birth to a 9-pound freak." I think, you know what I mean. Freak isn't a term that I think they use.
Well, how do they break it to them? I mean, do they sort of just slip it in so they go, right, we've got one leg out, and here's the other 2? just slip it in that way. How do they do it? Like Elephant Man.
Yeah.
You know, that's my favourite film. You know that.
Why is it your favourite film, though?
Just it's a brilliant film. It's sad. It just makes you think, oh, you know, Clive got a big head.
Yeah. You must wake up every day and you're thankful you've got a normal shaped head.
So you say that, but it's round.
Perfectly spherical.
He does have a perfectly round
Most
head.
people don't look like a tennis ball.
That's him laughing hysterically. I feel like that's all you're gonna get from him.
His face is just like, you got me.
That's the thumbnail, dude.
So, Elephant Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my favourite film.
See, you know that wasn't his real name? You know his name was John Merrick?
But the doctors did use the Elephant Man as the name, so they knew what his problem was before he turned up. Otherwise you're wasting time looking at filing systems. When they say John Merrick's coming in at 3 and the doctor's like, oh, what's his problem? Wasting time. They go, Elephant Man's in. They go, right, get some more bums in.
Stupid.
You know what I mean? Fact.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, it's just gonna go from
These two
here.
are so perfect, dude.
They are. They're
so perfect.
Yeah, they are.
together. Oh my god.
Sexuality. What do you think of gay and lesbian issues?
Each to their own.
Absolutely.
I mean, I had one working for me. Right?
One. You had one, yeah? Good.
Gay fella. Yeah.
Do you have a name or?
Yeah. But again, it's like our doctor said, Elephant Man's in. I'd sort of say, is gay fella in? They go, yeah. Do you know what I mean? It's just quicker. The problem with him was, right, it's gay stuff that he got to, whatever, you know, each to their own and that.
Like what? What sort of gay stuff have you got to?
What they do. They do stuff, don't they? But
They
this
do stuff,
lad,
don't they?
he used to always come in late because he'd stay out late. And that's what they all do.
That's what
That's what they all do.
That's what they do.
Oh my god.
So,
Okay.
gays, you know, the gays are alright.
Gays alright, are they? Good.
Dude, he
Done.
said, I've got one working for me.
Yeah, like what? Just gonna put them in a box. Like it's like a, I don't know. What would you compare that to when you say
What do
something
we-
like that? It's like, I
It
got
just
one
seems like
working
he was
for me.
trapped underground and you unburied him.
Yeah.
And like
just
you're like, welcome to the present day.
Yeah.
What do you think about this?
God.
How important do you think education is?
I haven't got that much. I'm alright, aren't I?
I mean, any form of education. I don't just mean that you can learn things.
You can know too much though, can't you? And then you worry about stuff.
What sort of thing? What do you mean?
Just stuff like, if you watch the news, you start going, oh, it's a war on and that. Don't watch it. It's like, no worries, do you know what I mean? You got Einstein,
Yeah.
he knew loads. Look at the state of him.
What do you mean? Look at the state of it.
He looks a bit of a mess, doesn't he?
Right.
Whereas, I don't know, look at a caveman or whatever, with no worries.
With no worries.
Fairly
okay,
healthy
man.
looking, good hair. You know what I mean? They're not bald, they're not stressed out.
Because you've lost a lot of hair. Do you think that's from all this knowledge that's shooting around in your head?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably.
Okay, so I know this is supposed to be a funny video, but
Oh no.
stop
Go
it.
ahead, honey.
He does make a point though. I feel like knowledge is a double-edged sword. The more you have, the more that you know about, and the more stressed you get about your life. The less you have, the more you can ignore certain things. And I'm not saying that you should be like that. I'm not saying that you should ignore. I'm just saying that sometimes knowledge comes at a price. You know what I'm saying? Like once you find out more than, in my opinion, I think that
Certain
you
types
should.
of knowledge, but also you could just be knowledgeable in all areas. And I think having a good self-governing system
Yeah.
is being knowledgeable in a certain way. And you
Definitely.
can have that alongside of all of this other knowledge, you know?
Yeah.
So
Just, I think also what you feed yourself is very important too, because, yeah, you
I
can go this way.
No matter how much education you have in any area, education on how to live in the present, live now, instead of just focusing too much on your past,
Yeah.
getting all depressed
Yeah.
on things that could have been,
Yep.
or focusing on too much of the future and stressing about things that might never happen.
Yeah.
It's a bad thing.
Yeah, it
So
is.
yeah, I mean, the more things that you learn about, maybe you're more potentially like, I think that it's more potential to get scared of the future, get
Yeah.
anxious of the future. of things that might happen because of all these things that you know that could happen. But at the same time, you could just learn to live in the now, and it's fine.
Yep.
No matter how much knowledge you have.
You're right.
I could do without, some...
I think that really uneducated people, this is a long rant right in the middle of the video. I think that
You're
certain
welcome.
uneducated people are sitting there stressed out about all things that if you just knew a little bit more on the subject, you would realize that you're stressed out about a thing that will never happen. But, hey, if you want to stay at that level of education, that's on you. It's totally fine. Everybody, I respect everybody at every level of education.
Yeah, you just got yoururself in trouble.
I'm over here, Carl, like, yeah, they're all right. Fine with me.
Some of the knowledge I've got on that.
I think we need some evidence, though. I think we want to know some of the knowledge you've got.
Like what do you want to know?
I remember talking to you about the nature of infinity once, and there's a lovely model that shows the nature of infinity, where they say an infinite amount of chimps, an infinite amount of typewriters will type the complete works of Shakespeare. And you couldn't grasp that. You couldn't.
Wouldn't happen. Wouldn't happen. I think you know it wouldn't happen, but you say it would to annoy me.
No, because it works by definition, because it's the nature of infinity.
It doesn't matter.
If infinite means if they did everything at random, just random, forever and ever, eventually they type everything.
It wouldn't.
They check. What do you mean it wouldn't?
It wouldn't. There'd always be mistakes.
There would be mistakes. They'd do the complete works of Shakespeare an infinite amount of times.
Yeah, but do you mean they'd actually do it from start to finish? Or chapter? They might get a chapter done. You go, right, well done.
It's not about. No, there's no feedback to it. It's just that everything being done, they will eventually do everything every time.
But
they get it wrong an infinite amount of times. They get every letter wrong an infinite amount of times.
The same monkey.
Doesn't matter whether it's an infinite amount of monkeys.
Why does the other one know what the first one did?
It doesn't matter. They've chosen monkeys not because they're thinking about it to take thought out of it. They want it to be random.
Yeah, but when they hand over, when they
hands over? What do you mean they shift?
The monkey's done whatever shift pattern they're on.
They're not on a shift pattern. Infinity. You work from now forever.
One monkey.
What difference does it make if it's one monkey for an infinite amount of time or an infinite amount of monkeys?
Because you can believe it if it was one monkey doing it. Because he's going to get better, isn't he, as time goes on?
It's nothing to do with their consciousness.
He's asking the perfect questions to him, man. You get the perfect responses out of Carl, and he's giving him the perfect setups for these. Oh my gosh, I never expected him to ask Carl this question.
No,
this is a great one.
This
Even
is
Jessica's
perplexing me though. I'm like, okay, but what is the point of it? But I guess, okay, it's fine. Just keep going. Keep going.
It's so much funnier when you ask Carl the questions.
Because he's going to get better, isn't he, as time goes on?
It's nothing to do with their consciousness. It's nothing to do with them thinking about it. What do you mean he'd get better?
He'd get better if he's doing it on his own. If it's just a one monkey, he knows what he's done.
It's nothing to do with knowing what you've done. It's just a random process to show the nature of infinity.
With no errors. It wouldn't happen. Seriously, people, I think you're winding me up on that one. It wouldn't happen.
You're winding me up on that one.
Because we haven't had an infinite amount of monkeys.
We've had years though, haven't we? There hasn't been one publication for monkey. They've been around longer than us. That's what I'm saying.
They've been around longer than us.
You're laughing, but I think you know it doesn't happen.
Oh my gosh. It's hypothetical.
It is.
It's such a hypothetical, and he doesn't have the ability to be hypothetical.
He's trying to get the facts.
He's like Drax from the Guardians of the Galaxy, where he can't.
He's very literal.
Do this.
He's like, wait, hold on. When
my
they get
brain
their
does not process this way. Okay. Oh my god.
What do you think of the old people? What do you think of the old issues?
What do you mean?
What do you think about, isn't it a shame that people work their life and then just get a little state pension that...
Oh, they do alright for themselves, don't they, old people?
What do they do?
Just potter about, don't they? They just potter. They don't need much money as you get older.
What do they spend it on doing?
Ornaments.
You say ornaments?
We won't have ornaments in a few years' time. No one buys ornaments now. So there's older people, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just as you get older, I mean, things are changing all the time. It's like I've said to you about old people that don't have Twixes. They don't eat Twix. but they'd like ornaments. So that generation, you know what I mean, things change.
What do you mean old people don't like Twix?
You never see an old man having a Twix. You never see one eating one.
Well, how would you know?
Because you see them, don't you, sat about having Werthers or whatever, but you never see them sat there tucking into a Twix.
I've never thought about it.
Oh, that's because you haven't seen one, so think about it. If you saw a fellow eating one, you go, that's a bit weird, isn't it?
He has a point there.
Brilliant.
I haven't seen an old person eat a Twix before.
I think, like, most older gentlemen that I know hang out in their house a lot. Okay.
Yep.
And they probably have a candy stash.
Yeah, they probably do.
Okay. We were hanging out at your grandparents'
almond
last
joy
month.
and dark chocolate,
Your
which is
grandmother made him a bowl of cereal.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's interesting. Leave it at that.
I'll start with capital punishment. Do you believe in the death penalty?
Yeah, if they know for certain that.
Well, how do you know for certain?
If they say I did it.
Well, people have confessed before and been lying, haven't they, to get attention or something?
Why would you lie?
You might be protecting someone else. The love of a parent for their child who's committed a terrible crime might say I did it. There's loads of reasons. How can you kill someone? How can you make that a definitive ending when you can never know?
Because that person wouldn't do it again, because then they'd know, wouldn't they?
What?
Say if I did a murder,
Yeah.
you said, I'll take the rap for it,
Yeah.
right? You go and get hung.
Yeah.
I can't do a murder again because they'll go, so it wasn't him. It was Karl all along.
There's loads of reasons people. If you're mental, if you're a serial killer, you don't stop because you think you might get caught.
So what are you asking me?
I was asking you, do you believe in the death penalty?
No. Well, what do you want me to say? I don't know what the right answer is.
Well, it's what you think. We're having a discussion.
I said if they've done it and that, yeah, do them in, yeah.
Could you pull the rope? Could you release the guillotine?
Why am I getting involved in it?
Well, if you believe in it, surely if you believe in it, you should be able to stand by it.
Well, which one is it? Which one have I got to do? What button am I pressing?
Does it matter?
Well, yeah, it's different, isn't it?
Well, you wouldn't hang someone, but you'd...
So what do you do when you hang someone? You kick the stool away? What do you do?
Well, it probably is, I don't know, it's probably more sophisticated now. It used to be a trap door, didn't it?
So you just go like that. It's an easy gig. It's a job. That's someone's job.
Okay then, okay, we're not getting anywhere here. If you had to be killed, right, would you rather be hung, beheaded,
Oh my gosh.
burnt at the stake, or lethal injection?
Dude, Ricky asked the best questions to him.
This is
'cause
so much.
It gets Carl to give these responses that are so outlandish.
Yeah.
Would you rather be burned
Because you have
at
to
the
think of
stake?
something, yeah, so outlandish.
I
You have to
can't
think
wait
of a
to hear his
question.
answer to this. Look at him thinking about it.
Probably injection.
Definitely. Listen, so you just go to... It's like, what if I tell you, everything else is the same, but with a lethal injection, as he injects it, he just slips his finger up your arse for a laugh.
Why would that happen?
What?
Is that in small print? Have they told me that before?
I'm just saying, would it make a difference if you're going to die anyway? So
Oh my
you just
God.
lay down like that, like, he just injects you and he goes, okay, just not...
But why is he doing that?
What?
Why is he doing that?
Just for a laugh, why not?
For a laugh.
Well, yeah, if he's killing you, if you're worthless to society, why doesn't he might as well put his finger up your arse? What's it up to? What's to you? It doesn't make any difference to you, does it? You're going to die in a minute.
And do I know he's
can't.
going to do this?
Yeah,
I'm not happy.
So what is it then? Lethal injection with a finger up the arse, hanging.
It's like Ricky asked a good question, and I
And then
was
he
excited to
turned
hear
it.
And then he gave like a one-word response, and he's like, "Nah,
I need more. Yeah.
I need more. Let me think of something
Let
to
me
slip
up the
in there."
ante. Yeah.
I'm not happy with the finger
Literally.
up the arse.
No, you're not. But you're not. Surely you're not happy being put to death.
I'd just say, hang on a minute, why are you putting gloves on? Why are you getting that finger to stick in your arse?
He maybe didn't put gloves on. Why does he put gloves on?
Ew.
Well, I'm
gross.
not happy with that.
Stop
But it's nothing
it.
to do with you,
Well,
Carl.
what do you have?
I'd have a lethal injection without the finger up my arse. That's not your choice, though. You've done an awful crime.
I'm not having a finger up the arse. Hang me then.
Well, you'd rather be hung than lethal injection with just popping a finger up your arse.
I don't want that. So
Okay.
What my other option?
Have your head cut off.
You know about the are you still alive for about 30 seconds after you had your head cut off?
Wouldn't have thought so.
You see this again, you believe the monkey's typing away.
Well, it's nerve reactions, isn't it? You're not alive as such.
Well, they got him to walk years ago, whenever they did the last sort of head chopped off thing. How long ago was that?
I don't know.
A few years ago, right?
Yeah.
And they said to him, right, you're going to die in that. You've come to terms with it.
Yeah.
Have a bit of fun, right?
You got the arse?
No. Going to do a white line on the pavement.
Bollocks. How could they tell him that that's what they were going to do? So he was meant to what? Remember this and walk the white line without a fucking head?
Well, this is what they did.
Well, no.
They painted a white line, right?
Yeah.
He said to him, right, I'm going to cut your head off.
Yeah.
There's the line, have a look now. Right, so you know where it is.
Carl, think what you're saying. How is he going to remember it without a head?
No, you remember. You remember.
Where's the memory? Where's the memory in his legs? Where do you think you store memory? In your fucking arms?
Yeah, but if you do it quick enough, if it's like go and you
No,
do
he's
it
walking there.
and he's walking and he walks.
It's bollocks. It's bollocks.
He did 35 steps.
Bollocks.
It's not bollocks though.
Because how can the body remember
that,
what his head was
that's
told?
actually very interesting. Because
I can believe, because you get all this chopped off and all this is feeding your brain. I wouldn't think your bottom half, like Carl's idea here, is like absurd to me, but
because your
I
brain,
feel like your head on the ground for a second you'd be like, oh my god,
that's terrifying. But also, I'm not a scientist by any means. I don't know how any of this stuff works. I know that your brain sends signals to the rest of your body is why you do the things that you do, and that's why you can move your hands. You know what I mean? So what if they did tell this person that that's going to happen? The brain sent the signal, and the signal was still going. Like, I could see that happening. You know what I mean? Like, the signal from his brain
go so fast,
for
though.
his... Yeah, I guess
I feel
so.
like more it would be you're like on the ground and you're like, I'm ahead. And that's probably the only thought you're going to get out. Like, I'm
How
just ahead laying here.
terrifying.
And then boom.
Oh, that's awful.
It's even like, you apply chokes to like the neck and it takes a few seconds for the blood to finally get cut off and then you lose consciousness.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be the same thing. Like you're going to lose blood flow to the brain.
Yeah.
But for like that, it's probably like a second or two.
That you'll be aware.
That you will just be ahead.
Oh, that's so creepy. What if, isn't there something that if you cut a chicken's head off, it'll still keep running around? And
that's more the nerve
a
endings,
snake,
yeah. The
yeah,
nerve
a
endings
snake,
just are
snake
firing
keep going?
without any thought being sent to them.
Yeah. So maybe that's what happened. I've never experienced it. I don't know, but
Seconds ago, his head's now in a basket.
Yeah.
The body doesn't go. What was I meant to do? I know, I'm meant to walk along.
Well, they did it. It was a test.
Well, no, it wouldn't happen. You're talking shit again.
Okay.
Believing absolute bollocks.
So is you with the monkeys and the Shakespeare. That's what annoys me.
It's not about monkeys, is it? It's about random.
Yeah.
So you'd have lethal injection.
Lethal injection, yeah.
I think that is best. Well, thanks very much, Karl Pilkington.
Ew, gross.
We got a big smile out of him right at the end.
Gosh, jeez,
That was
Louise.
great. That was great.
So,
I do think that he'd probably walk a step or two, or just like, and then fall down.
There could
but
be,
not because
some
your
nerve
brain
firing.
is sending like
you're right.
thoughts to your legs.
I don't
just
know.
nerve
I don't know
firing.
how it works. I really don't know how it works.
It's
so.
way better, these thought experiments, hearing them from Carl.
Yeah,
That was
definitely.
hilarious.
Yeah. The questions being asked from Ricky to Carl, I think that's so genius. I like their back and forth, but I like the way they do their dialogue. Ricky kind of is leading the conversation, but Carl is just adding, the way that he adds his feedback to it just makes it so funny.
gosh,
like his
dude.
answers and his rebuttals for things, they just go back and forth in such a funny way.
He's
Because that's a
very
bunch of
interesting
stuff
dude.
that's going around right now that is everywhere. Everybody has an opinion on it. Everybody gets offended by it. So it's nice to see something in a comedic setting where it's just kind of like, I don't know, having a go at it, but like in a, like where you can just be lighthearted about it for a second. But it's nice to see that. Like, I feel like the world needs more of that, where they're not taking themselves so seriously.
It seems like it was 30 years ago, man.
18 almost.
Oh my gosh, it was literally.
Yeah, 18 years ago. Holy moly.
Is this his YouTube channel that this is on?
It just looks like it's probably like a fan, because I feel like they have,
Pilkington.
names like that. Oh,
that's
what?
Karl.
It is him
with hair. What
wow.
in the hell is this? How'd he grow more hair later in life?
I don't think this is him though.
This ain't him.
This is probably just a fan page.
Is oranges.
Oranges. I like it. I'm digging it.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, I'll try to find a channel for Karl and leave it down below, but Pilkington is from what this video came from. Oh my gosh. All right. So, man, Karl is hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. That was so much fun.
Called Karl Pilkington's Fridge. It's so crazy if you go back to the beginning of social media and the beginning of YouTube, all the videos that you find of what people used to film, like all the things that we used to film when we first had a camera or had access to a camcorder, like all those videos would be so, I don't know. I would like to see how popular they would be now. You know what I mean? It's so
the
weird.
Internet still gets infatuated with people like this. Like during the hurricane recently, there's this guy down in Tampa on his boat that went viral. And it's just like this. It's like he seems like a homeless guy, but he has a boat.
Yeah.
And he stays like anchored right in this marina or whatever. But he gave me like homeless guy vibes a little bit. But the guy's just like, I don't know. People just got infatuated with him.
Yeah.
And Karl seems like he's that type of dude.
Yeah.
Like he's friends with Ricky Gervais, so he's like a famous dude. But he just seems like a dude that the internet. Like this whole channel, Karl Pilkington on cat mops, Karl Pilkington on sex stuff, Karl Pilkington on Tom Cruise. It's like you just want to hear what this dude has to say about certain things.
Yeah, I agree. I would definitely watch these videos.
Yeah, I would watch all of them, dude. Like what? All right, y'all. That was hilarious. That was so fun. We're going to be reacting to the Ricky Gervais show very soon. I don't know which video. This might go up later, depending on how the copyrights are with each video.
Yeah.
So, you might have already seen a reaction to that. I don't know. I don't know the upload schedule of these.
What's it gonna be?
But
it's a mystery.
I can't wait to see more. I can't wait to hear more. We'll see you on the next one, friends.
Bye, friends.
Peace.
I'm not scared of your love, so show